5 Rand Memorial Hospital employees have been placed on suspension in connection with a reported industrial action bout on the island on the weekend. The union representing the workers say, however, that the Public Hospitals Authority has overstepped its bounds because it hasn't cited what specific infraction it's linked to the suspensions. Today, Bahamas Public Service Union President John Pinder told a press conference that a department manager is among the group. He was suspended for 10 days without pay, while the 4 others were suspended for 5 days without pay. Now he says the PHA has some explaining to do and he's giving them 48 hours to do so.
Against any penalties that does not indicate the infraction made, the violation of the policies or the violations of our industrial agreement. You must quote violations if you're going to suspend a staff to the point of suspension without salary. Some of those concerns were they were upset over the fact that they were exposed to cholera and tuberculosis without any proper counsel. They were also upset over the fact that there was a lack of equipment, in particular the amount of vehicles necessary to carry out their responsibility effectively, some inadequate vehicles in terms of ambulance not functioning properly. There was a lack of gears, proper protective gears for them to use or to wear.
Now, meantime, the PHA is addressing some shortfalls within the emergency services department, including adding new ambulances. Pinder added, however, that the workers, along with the Public Service Union, are cautioning the Minister of Labor, the Honorable Shane Gibson, for what he says are threats against those workers.
And at the end of the suspension, if they're not satisfied that those persons were in fact ill, that they will move the terminations. And I am saddened by those remarks coming from the Minister of Labor, being a former trade unionist himself, knowing full well that in spite of him being minister, they still have to follow the policies, guidelines, and procedure of the Employment Act and our industrial agreement and the discipline policy of PHA. And so I do not wish to have any ministers of this government threatening unnecessarily.
Now, ZNS News spoke with Minister Gibson, who denied stating that those workers should be terminated. Gibson said that while the alleged sickout was a very serious matter, it was handled by the Public Hospitals Authority and not the Department of Public Service, which he has oversight of. Gibson said it was the PHA who had the authority to suspend those workers because of their alleged actions.